Lona, Gordy Richardson and Jim Hilgendorf calling all the action. It'll be on Eagle 101.5 FM and streaming live at eagle1015.com and on your mobile app. The Johannesburg-Lewiston Cardinals are 0-3. They lost the first week to East Jordan 36-12, then fell to Elk Rapids 48-28 in week 2. And last week, the Cardinals lost to Harbor Springs 30-14. We'll check in with the Cardinals head coach Joe Smokovich during the pregame show. Also tonight, the Gaylord Blue Devils host Petoskey. That Gaylord game streaming live on eagle1015.com. And tonight's Gaylord Blue Devil game is a Valor game. It's to honor all fallen heroes, military, veterans, and first responders. Gaylord is 1-2 on the season after falling to Lake Fenton 27-7 in week 1. Week 2, they beat Arthur Hill 15-6 and then fell to Traverse City Central last week 56-7. We'll check in with the head coach of the Blue Devils, DJ Shimoniak, in this Feeney Ford pregame show. And a local game of note tonight, 8-man football. The Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds host the Bel Air Eagles. It's the Feeney Ford pregame show on Eagle 101.5, eagle1015.com, and the Eagle 101.5 mobile app.
Feeney Ford is Northern Michigan's headquarters for certified Ford cars and trucks. Hi, I'm Sean Abraham and can assure you every Ford certified vehicle passes a 172-point inspection, includes a Carfax report, a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty with 24-hour roadside assistance. Plus, we add our Feeney touch by delivering your certified vehicle with a full tank of gas, fresh oil change, new wiper blades, and 2 sets of keys to ensure your experience is first rate. Experience it for yourself and make your next vehicle purchase at Feeney Ford in Grayling.
Shop Builder's First Source in Gaylord for quality building materials and great ideas for your bathroom or kitchen. Ceramic, porcelain, glass, for your floors, laminate, tile, wood, and more. And if you need help, head for their help center with how-to information. And of course, they can supply all of your lumber needs. Their courteous staff is on hand to help. It's Builder's First Source, formerly ProBuild, 27 North in Gaylord. Your supplier for cabinets, doors, windows, insulation, lumber, and roofing, and great ideas.
Hey, Northern Michigan, Chris Martinson from Smith Camp Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Gaylord, here to let you know that it's Jeep Adventure Days, and we have new Jeeps and Ram trucks in stock and more arriving almost daily. Prefer to shop online? Try SmithCampGaylord.com. Our simple and user-friendly website allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, the lake. Well, you get the idea. You can browse a little or take care of the entire transaction. It's up to you. So whether you prefer to shop in person or online, Smith Camp is your Jeep and Ram headquarters. Exit 282 off I-75 or 24 hours a day at SmithCamp.com.
You're in the midst of the Feeney Ford High School football pregame show. Here's Mike Reeling with Johannesburg-Lewiston head coach Joe Smokovich.
Harbor Springs nipped you last week 30-14. Let's talk about last week, and let's name some names with those kids.
We didn't play very well in the first half. Offensively, or I should say defensively, got things figured out, and then we couldn't get it going offensively. Logan May had a heck of a game. He had a bunch of yards rushing, receiving. He played great defense for us. He did a great job for us.
You know, on the 30-14 score, you know, it seems like a lot, but it's really not. Are there just little tweaks that need to be made, do you think, or are they big mountains?
Well, you know, if we could fix the injury bug, that'd be great. Yeah. I think our quarterback, Preston Marlette, you know, her high ankle sprain week 1, didn't play week 2. Finally played a little bit last week, and he's just not 100% yet. I lost Noah Johnson, my starting fullback, week 1. Riley Welling is out with a knee injury. I just lost my starting halfback with a concussion. Another lineman. It's just been an ongoing battle with injuries. I think if we were fully healthy, you'd see much different scores going on.
Wow, I had no idea that many injuries.
Yeah, I'm up to I think 6 or 7 maybe. We're probably going to be starting 2 freshmen this week. So it's been, I've avoided the injury bug for the, past 8 years I've been the head coach, and I can't shake it this year. So it's just been one after the other.
Well, let's talk this week. You're at Mansalona. That'll be on Eagle 101.5 and streaming live at eagle1015.com.
Yeah, Mansalona, a very good ball club. They have a lot of seniors this year, and the revenge factor that they haven't beaten us, I don't think, in 8 years. I think my first year is the last time they beat us. So, I see a lot of positives for them. They're a very well coached team, and it's going to be a heck of a ball game if we can get healthy enough to, play some good football.
You got a couple of road games next week. It's at Frankfurt and then home for St. Ignace the following week. Coach, off the field with someone in your organization that you'd like to highlight?
I'd have to say I'm going to talk about Nate Laws. He's taken over in our youth group, and he's been running a flag football program. He started this year for the 1st through 6th grade kids. They had their first games last night. From what I saw, everything went real well for them. So real excited about what Nate's doing for that, and the kids that are in the lower grades getting ready to play some football for us down the road.
That's Coach Joe Smolkovich. He's the head football coach of the Johannesburg Lewiston Cardinals. It's the Feeney Ford Coaches Show on Eagle 101.5.
Feeney Ford is Northern Michigan's headquarters for certified Ford cars and trucks. Hi, I'm Sean Abraham and can assure you every Ford certified vehicle passes a 172-point inspection, includes a Carfax report, a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty with 24-hour roadside assistance. Plus, we add our Feeney Touch by delivering your certified vehicle with a full tank of gas, fresh oil change, new wiper blades, and 2 sets of keys to ensure your experience is first rate. Experience it for yourself and make your next vehicle purchase at Feeney Ford in Grayling.
Shop Builder's First Source in Gaylord for quality building materials and great ideas for your bathroom or kitchen. Ceramic, porcelain, glass, for your floors, laminate, tile, wood, and more. And if you need help, head for their help center with how-to information. And of course, they can supply all of your lumber needs. Their courteous staff is on hand to help. It's Builder's First Source, formerly ProBuild, 27 North in Gaylord. Your supplier for cabinets, doors, windows, insulation, lumber, and roofing, and great ideas.
Hey, Northern Michigan, Chris Martinson from Snuff Camp Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Gaylord, here to let you know that it's Jeep Adventure Days, and we have new Jeeps and Ram trucks in stock and more arriving almost daily. Prefer to shop online? Try snuffcampgaylord.com. Our simple and user-friendly website allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, the lake. Well, you get the idea. You can browse a little or take care of the entire transaction. It's up to you. So whether you prefer to shop in person or online, Snuff Camp is your Jeep and Ram headquarters. Exit 282 off I-75 or 24 hours a day at snuffcamp.com.
You're in the midst of the Feeney Ford High School football pregame show. Here's Mike Reeling with Gaylord High head coach DJ Shimoniak.
DJ, thanks for going on the radio with us.
Hey, appreciate it, Mike.
Well, you played Traverse City Central this past Friday. You go into that game 1-1, feeling pretty good, but you knew that Traverse City Central was going to be a tough game, and indeed it was. They nipped you 56-7 the final.
Yeah, they're a good ball team. We knew that going in, and the positive thing to take out of that thing, if there is any, but there is for us. I mean, as a spectator and a fan, you look at the score and say, gee. But for us, the boys didn't quit. It came down to the, third, fourth quarter. We drove a few times on them. They just didn't hang their head, go 3 and out, put their heads down, come to the sidelines. They kept fighting. They cheering the teammates on. And so, it's just, we're not going to let that loss define who we are, because that's not who we are. And we're going to get ready for Petoskey Friday.
You got Traverse City Central. Their quarterback, a couple of their quarterbacks have scholarships already.
Yeah, their starting quarterback's going to Notre Dame, and their backup quarterback is committed to play shortstop at Louisville. So they definitely had some talented players on the team for sure.
So they go to number 2, and you're thinking, hey, we might have a chance. Let's score some touchdowns here, and then sure enough, oh wait, the backup quarterback's really good too.
Yeah. They had a talented group of young men, that's for sure.
All right, this Friday, a special game. It's always special when you play Petoskey, and you guys, the Blue Devils, are honoring our first responders and veterans too.
Absolutely. First year for the Valor game, first responders, military. We think it's special. They do a lot of great things in this community, and throughout the country and the world. And I just think, that it's right to honor these people and give them recognition, because it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do, what we do on Friday nights, for free.
All right. Talk about, our freedom is not free, as you know. And what about Petoskey coming to town? Talk about that game.
Yeah, Petoskey is a good ball team. They don't make very many mistakes. They're 3-0. right now coming in. You know, they run a different offense for a long time there. You know, they ran more of a running attack type offense. Now they spread it out. They give you 3 receivers, 4 receivers. So it's going to be real similar to the offense we've seen against Traverse City Central. So the good thing is it's something that we've repped already for a week. And, you know, I mean, it's a rival game, right? So it doesn't matter if we're 9-0 and they're 0-9 or vice versa. You know, there's a little bit of hate there between both teams, and it like I said, records don't matter at this game.
It's hate in a Christian way, folks. Don't get all wrapped up in this, all right? We're talking football here. But how about off the field with someone in your organization that you'd like to highlight today that doesn't get the front page news? Yeah,
so within the program, the way that the game of football is advanced, we use this system called Huddle, which it videotapes all of our practices, our games. We got to break that stuff down, and we've got to get kids signed up through emails. We've got 96 kids in the program. We run a Blast app, which is the way we communicate to the parents, the kids. Tons of communication behind the scenes, and Aaron Beach is in charge of that for us and does a phenomenal job. You know, without that, you know, it'd be hard running the Blast, keeping up with the kids to get them on Huddle. Every Friday we got to exchange Huddle film with other coaches. And Aaron takes care of all of that for me, which takes 10, 15 hours a week off my plate, which is huge. And yeah, I don't want to get a shout out to Aaron and for all that he does for us within that side. So,
all right, Coach, best of luck against Petoskey this week.
I appreciate it, Mike.
Coach DJ Simoniak, he's the head coach of the Gaylord Blue Devils. It's the Feeney Ford Coaches Show on Eagle 101.5.
Feeney Ford is Northern Michigan's headquarters for certified Ford cars and trucks. Hi, I'm Sean Abraham and can assure you every Ford certified vehicle passes a 172-point inspection, includes a Carfax report, a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty with 24-hour roadside assistance. Plus, we add our Feeney touch by delivering your certified vehicle with a full tank of gas, fresh oil change, new wiper blades, and 2 sets of keys to ensure your experience is first rate. Experience it for yourself and make your next vehicle purchase at Feeney Ford in Grayling.
Want to pay less for gas and earn rewards at the same time?
Visit marathonsmakeitcount.com and sign up today or download the phone app. You'll save 5 cents per gallon and earn points that can earn you up to 50 cents off per gallon. There are also many ways to save and earn at your local S&K food stores. You can grab many of your favorite snacks, cold beverages, and essentials while you fill up and save at the Marathon S&K food stores. And make it count, your best place to hit the road.
The Javetsky Agency, your local Mimic Insurance, exclusively serves teachers and school employees. Founded more than 65 years ago, Mimic provides members with outstanding service and insurance coverage for personal, auto, home, or umbrella coverage. By choosing Mimic, you're supporting the Mimic Foundation, impacting thousands of schools by providing millions of dollars to support programs, events, and projects. Contact the Javetsky Agency for more information. The Javetsky Agency, your local Mimic agent.
Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility requirements. Coverage is subject to all policy terms, conditions, exclusions, and limitations. Subject to underwriting eligibility requirements. Insurance underwritten by Mimic Insurance Company, Auburn Hills, Michigan.
It's local high school football on Eagle 101.5, eagle1015.com, and the Eagle mobile app. Now let's go high atop the press box with Brian Hollenbaugh and Dave Boswood calling all the Gaylord Blue Devil action.
It's a beautiful night for high school football action, and we're going to have to take a pause because we have bad timing on all of this. It's time for the national anthem, so we'll be right back. You're listening to Blue Devil football on Eagle 101.5.
The Javetsky Agency, your local Mimic Insurance, exclusively serves teachers and school employees. Founded more than 65 years ago, Mimic provides members with outstanding service and insurance coverage for personal, auto, home, or umbrella coverage. By choosing Mimic, you're supporting the Mimic Foundation, impacting thousands of schools by providing millions of dollars to support programs, events, and projects. Contact the Javetsky Agency for more information. The Javetsky Agency, your local Mimic agent.
Hey, Northern Michigan, Chris Martinson from Snuff Camp Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Gaylord, here to let you know that it's Jeep Adventure Days, and we have new Jeeps and Ram trucks in stock and more arriving almost daily. Prefer to shop online? Try snuffcampgaylord.com. Our simple and user-friendly website allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, the lake. Well, you get the idea. You can browse a little or take care of the entire transaction. It's up to you. So whether you prefer to shop in person or online, Snuff Camp is your Jeep and Ram headquarters. Exit 282 off I-75 or 24 hours a day at snuffcamp.com.
Well, hopefully we're back on. We had a power blip here a moment ago, and that kind
Want to pay less for gas and earn rewards at the same time?
Visit marathonsmakeitcount.com and sign up today or download the phone app. You'll save 5 cents per gallon and earn points that can earn you up to 50 cents off per gallon. There are also many ways to save and earn at your local S&K food stores. You can grab many of your favorite snacks, cold beverages, and essentials while you fill up and save at the Marathon S&K food stores. And make it count, your best place to hit the road.
You're listening to Blue Devil Football on Eagle 101.5.
Dave, it doesn't matter what we do when it comes game time, there is always something technical that goes and creates a blip on us. And that's the case tonight again. So here we are. We're trying it again. Looks like everything's working, but we've had power blips. And hopefully, I mean, it seems like by the time we get to kickoff, everything's good.
Yes.
So, needless to say.
We always make it at kickoff, but it's kind of interesting because, like, last week's game started a little sooner than we had anticipated. This game is going to start probably about on time, but we had a little bit more stuff going on than we anticipated.
So we got a few more minutes until kickoff, another 8 minutes, but let's talk about some of the things going on.
Yes.
Tonight it's a Valor game, so they're doing a ceremony to honor veterans, first responders, and so the Gaylord High School band has been out on the field, and they've been performing live. And, of course, in addition to the national anthem, there was taps. The color guard was out. I mean, a really great show there. Meanwhile, you know, we're watching all of our equipment shut down and reboot and everything else. So it's good to have you along. I think we've got it all, you know, taken care of now. No more power outages tonight. That would be a good thing.
Well, it keeps it interesting, Brian. You know, the people are watching like, all right, what's going to happen? I think we could start like a pool, all right? Or what's going to glitch out tonight, for the next couple games?
That's right. What kind of turmoil
will
these guys go right before the kickoff? So look, before we get into this, obviously Petoskey comes in tonight 3-0 with wins over Sheboygan, Escanaba, and Alpena. Meanwhile, they're going to face a Gaylord team that had a rough week last week.
Right.
Against Traverse City Central, but we're not going to have to worry about that moving forward.
No.
Because one of the big news items of the week is the two Traverse City schools are leaving the Big North for football, and they're going to be moving on to a conference, the Saginaw Valley League.
Yes, Which, I think, for the teams in the Big North, that's probably a good thing. I know you have some great stats over there, and I'm sure we'll get to those in just a second. But, the Traverse City teams are looking for a little bit more competition, right? Because the Big North, especially after I read the stats you had earlier, just haven't had any with the Big North.
Well, here we go. The move is going to end a 25-year stay within the Big North for both of those programs. West was established as a high school in 1997. Now, West hasn't dropped a league game to a team outside of Traverse City Central since 2015, while the Trojans haven't met the wrong end of a scoreboard to someone other than Traverse City West since 2014. Yeah. And get a load of this, Dave. Since 2017, Central has collected 15 Big North Conference wins by a margin of 24 points or more out of their 21 games, while West has earned 13 wins by 24 points or more in the same span. And if you had to guess what the Blue Devil record is since 2008 versus West and Central, what would you guess?
I would have I would be challenged to actually guess, but it's going to be if it's not overall, it's going to be a couple of wins maybe.
1-26,
Yeah.
and the only win coming in 2008 with a victory over Traverse City Central.
Right.
That's it. So that's the only thing different. And so I think what you're going to see is you're going to see some potentially better matchups as we're going to be looking at the Blue Devils maybe facing teams like Sheboygan and Sioux area, which could be better matchups for the Gaylord Blue Devils.
Well, and Sheboygan is an old rival for Gaylord. They've battled each other many times over the years. And actually, when Sheboygan left the Big North Conference for other league play, I think Gaylord was missing out. Because there's something about going to Sheboygan and playing the Chiefs. It's they've got a great program, always have, very prideful program. And I think we missed that. So I'm kind of looking forward to renewing that rivalry.
So hopefully some of those games will get back on the schedule, but they're not going to have to go into a buzzsaw like they did last week against Traverse City Central, where you had a starting quarterback who's going to be playing linebacker for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame next year, and the backup quarterback comes in. He's going to be playing baseball for Louisville this time next year. So, I mean, very talented group of kids at Traverse City Central, and no doubt several others on that ball club are probably going to find themselves going on to bigger, adventures in football.
Well, I guess that's good, and like I said, I think they will have a better competition for them. I think that it'll improve the competition and quite frankly the competitive stats for the Blue Devils and the other teams that are currently part of the Big North.
Well, I think it's going to be exciting for fans to have a little more competitive. And speaking of competitive, it doesn't matter what the records are, 1-2 versus 3-0 tonight. This is a rivalry game.
Yes, it is. The Petoskey Northmen. It's the team that Gaylord loves to hate and hates to love. There's a lot of good sportsmanship and camaraderie between the two of them, but man, when they get on the field to play in any sport, it is a grudge match and a battle.
Well, it's interesting. For the last few years, I've been doing Gaylord St. Mary football.
Yes.
And we would catch the tail end of your game, and you and Mike Matthew would be calling a Gaylord Petoskey game, and you'd be listening to it going, all right, looks like Gaylord's got this one, and then Petoskey would score back-to-back touchdowns.
Yep.
And then the Blue Devils would fall, and you're going, what happened? And it was one of those things, a rivalry game. Never give up until the clock is at zeros.
Yeah, and it's been several years now, and I'd have to look it up again. But, we were playing over at the GIS field, the old high school field, against Petoskey, the varsity, and that was a bruiser of a game. And it was back and forth all night. That's when the Gaylord came out on top, but only by a little. I believe it was like 49-47. But it was a battle all the way, and that's again one of those grudge match games. It's fun to watch. It's exciting to be a part of, and it was just some great plays there. And Tristan Gregory, that was the guy who kind of sealed that deal for that game. Driving it into the end zone. Of course, he did it with, I think, a broken ankle. The story kind of gets a little bit more and more intense as the years go by.
It becomes mythic.
It does. Well, and really, it was just it was amazing. There's some great video of it. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we have in store for tonight. A great rivalry and a grudge match for sure.
And by the way, while Traverse City Central and Traverse City West next season will be moving on to the Saginaw Valley League, that is for football only.
Yes.
So that's not going to affect any other sport.
Nope.
They'll remain in the Big North. It's, and look, if you're Traverse City Central, playing in games where you're just annihilating everybody doesn't help your program out either, because they started the season against DeWitt and they got punched in the mouth, and they started the season 0-1, and then have come back to basically punish everyone else that they faced. So getting into a conference where they'll be playing schools out of Midland and Saginaw and Bay City, that's going to be a more competitive environment for them, and I think that's probably a good move for both Traverse City Central and Traverse City West. And quite frankly, if a couple of other more competitive schools that fit in with Gaylord, Petoskey, Alpena, they come in, and Cadillac come into the conference, then it's good for the conference.
Well, and it should give those teams, like you said, a better opportunity to go deeper into the playoffs if they succeed and get to that point, which they obviously think they can still do.
So we've got the Valor game going on tonight. The Gaylord Blue Devils are in their camouflage uniform, which is going to make it interesting. And, of course, they've all got different numbers tonight from what we're accustomed to. So here we go. Kickoff now. We're going to assume that is going to be Connor Byram kicking off. It's going to get returned by Petoskey up to about the 23, 24, 25, 27, 28-yard line before he's brought down. And, of course, we're going to have to learn a whole new series of numbers. Connor Abraham on the tackle for the Gaylord Blue Devils.
Yeah, so if you're used to hearing number 14 called for Van de Veer, the running back, you're not going to hear that number tonight. In fact, I have to look. It's going to be number 28. So
we're going to have to learn all these things. Yep. So coming out for Petoskey, they're going to have quarterback in shotgun formation there. Looks like Caleb Gosiak is the quarterback. No, it's number 7, actually. Gavin Wargle, and he's going to keep it and run up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 7 on the carry for the Northmen. So
Ty Benzinger brings him down. He came back from that safety position. He read that, run all the way, and then powered up there and made a nice stop, slowing him down enough to keep him from getting that first down.
So Gavin Wargle is the quarterback for Petoskey. He's a senior. He'll come in, shotgun formation. Single back set. Man goes in motion on a jet sweep. They're going to hand it out to number 2, which is going to be Trevor Swiss. He's still on his feet, and he's going to get dropped for a loss by 4 Blue Devil jerseys on that.
Yeah, you're going to have number 28. That's Austin Vanderveer leading that tackle. He kind of scraped down the line like a linebacker should, followed him all the way out there, penetrated the line, came up there, wrapped him up, and was supported by 3 other Blue Devils who had did a nice job pursuing to the ball.
All right, that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 8 for the Northmen.
Well, so far it looks pretty good on the defensive side of the ball.
Blue Devils fired up in these special uniforms. Valor night tonight here at Gaylord Community Stadium. And there you go, quarterback keeper. He goes around the edge. Is he going to get enough for a first down? It looks like he does. I don't see any laundry on the field, so the quarterback keeper turns into a first down for Petoskey. Wargle went around the left side, made his way up the sidelines, and got the first down. I thought they were going to get him, Dave.
Yeah, I did too. He had Gabe Thompson powering up there, and that's why I thought maybe there was going to be a flag there because the defender was, the offensive lineman was kind of holding a little bit, but that's just from my space over here.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Northmen now, with ball on the 40-yard line. Wargle's going to hand it off. It goes right up the middle. Number 6 on the carry, picks up about 7, does Rippon Vining. I think that's a name that I remember hearing last year quite a bit.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He's quite an athlete. He does a good job. He's explosive. Once he gets into the open field, he'll go. Ty Benzinger on the tackle after 9-yard carry.
So on a second effort, he gets a couple extra yards. So it's a 9-yard carry for Vining. Brings up a 2nd and a very short 1 for Petoskey.
Okay, so I spoke too soon. The defense, while they're doing a good job, just needs to step it up here a little bit. They missed that last one for that first down, and they're going to. There we go.
This time the defense collapses. Vining gets a carry and goes nowhere. He's met by a host of Blue Devil jerseys. That's going to bring it up 3rd, and probably going to lose a yard on that. So we're going to call it a 3rd and a long 1, probably 1.5. So he probably lost about a yard on that. They were within a half yard of the first down. Now a yard and a half.
You had Austin Vanderveer and Abraham inside that scrum in the middle there trying to strip the ball out. So great job by the defense reading that one and stopping them. At that short yardage, you really think they're going to make it.
So here's a big defensive play for the Blue Devils. So here we go, Wargle in shotgun. Man in motion there, jet sweep. He's going to hand it off. Receiver's going to take it around the edge. He's going to get jammed up. He's going to lose yardage. I see some Blue Devils there. Austin Vanderveer on the tackle along with Jonathan Ungst.
And number 26, Braden Gotro on the inside there, making sure that ball didn't go away or go any further down the line. So good initial contact by a couple Blue Devils. And you know what I'm seeing tonight and I really like is pursuit to the ball. Last game we didn't see that many Blue Devil jerseys on the ball at the tackle as we have tonight. They're just piling up, and that's great.
Absolutely. So it's going to bring up about a 4th and a little over 3 yards, and they're going to go for it, it looks like. So the Northmen going to go for it. just inside their own side of the field. Orgel's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it himself, go right up the middle.
Ooh,
he's going to be awfully close. I think he's got the first down. I think he managed to get the ball across midfield, and he does. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Petoskey.
That's the third time that we've seen that play where he's reading. You have the jet sweep look. He goes to hand it off, and he watches where those linebackers are shifting to, and they shift. He pulls that ball out, and he shoots right up the middle through that open gap.
Good play by the quarterback.
Yeah,
We've watched
absolutely.
him do it, and he's obviously very confident carrying the ball.
Well, that's where these inside linebackers just need to hesitate just a little bit to shut that down, and then take that angle of attack and speed to the outside. Let those outside linebackers take care of the outside, and they're kind of getting burned in the middle, and the coaches are going to have to talk to him about that because you can't leave that open because he's going to do that all night long.
So with a new set of downs, Petoskey comes to the line. Wargle in the backfield all by his lonesome. Triple receiver set, jet sweep. He is going to hand it off now. Blue Devils in pursuit. That's going to be a huge loss. Great heads-up play by the Gaylord Blue Devil defense. They read it all along, and let's call that about a 7-yard loss on the carry.
Well, Jonathan Ongst came in there from his receiver position, or his corner, or I don't know what they're calling it, maybe a monster back, but it's kind of an outside linebacker spot, right? He comes up, makes initial contact, and slows things down, kind of derails it, and then from the backside, he comes Austin Vanderveer to finish that off.
Well, Vining had nowhere to go, and so a huge loss. So it's a loss of 8 on the carry, so it's going to be 2nd and 18 now. This time Wargle's going to pass. He rolls to his right, throws it into the ground. He had a receiver, Trevor Swiss, but it went into the ground.
Well, and he held that ball for a little while, long enough for number 51, Connor Abraham, to take a shot at him and put him on the ground. So he paid for that, holding that ball to make that pass.
So it brings up a 3rd and 18, a prime opportunity for the Blue Devils, but you got to watch out for the quarterback going mobile.
Yeah, and he's done it really well the last 2 or 3 times tonight. So we'll see what happens. But,
I think they're going to look at a run-pass option. Quarterback's going to roll out. If he doesn't see anything, he's going to tuck the ball and run.
I agree.
He'll do a pump fake and then tuck it in and run. So here we go, 3rd and 18 for Petoskey. 6:44 to go in this opening quarter and opening series of the ball game. Man in motion. Wargle's going to hand it off. Is going to go right up the middle, and it's going to go nowhere. Great stop there by the Blue Devil defense, and that should shut down a Petoskey drive that far away from a first down. You've got to think they're going to punt it away, but maybe not midfield.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see. They went for it last time. If they're going to try to air it out, no, they're going to punt.
They're going to punt it away this time.
That last tackle, though, that set of tackles was Gotro, and I just lost him there. Vanderveer.
We're learning the new numbers because they're wearing different jerseys tonight, so nobody keeps the same number. So Petoskey will punt it back, Stradling back there. He's going to return it across the 30 down to about the 33 before he gets ankle tackled, but that's where the Blue Devils will come out on offense for the first time of this ball game.
Looking forward to seeing that.
So what do you do if you're the offensive coordinator of the Gaylord Blue Devils? You really didn't get a whole lot going last week until late in the ball game when you were playing basically the second and third teamers for TC Central. So what do? You go back to your prior game.
Yeah, you do. And you start out with the play that, to me, looked really, really like it was going to go a long way last week, the first play, and that's going to be Vanderveer to the left. But now they got this stacked I formation out there, but that's what I would do.
So you got a stacked I, Ongst over center, Caleb wearing number 13 tonight. He's going to hand it off to Vanderveer. He's going to stick his nose in there, and he's going to get ahead for about 4 yards before he's brought down. So we've got Austin Vanderveer wearing number 28 tonight.
Yeah, and I was right partially. It did go to Vanderveer, but I guess it wouldn't take a whole lot to win that bet.
No, he's been carrying the load for most of the season in terms of yards rushing, and he's had some great carries that have been called back because of penalties, and it's really negated what he's had a really good season for this Blue Devil offense, and really probably the shining light of this team right now. So let's see what they do here. They're going to hand it off to Vanderveer again. He's going to stick his nose right up the middle. Maybe 2-yard carry on that. Going to bring up a third down now. And let's call it about 5 yards to go, maybe 4.
So what they've got is they got the 3 guys in a line in the backfield. You have Gotro, you have Benzinger, and then you have the ball carrier most of the time right now, which is going to be Vanderveer, right? So the idea is to let the line, who did a good job last week, not getting blown back, let them start to open up a hole. Then you bring the two fullbacks through there and kind of widen things out. So far, the guys are getting to the hole well ahead of Vanderveer, and it's closing in behind them. So they got to slow down and sustain those blocks a little bit better.
Gus James runs in a new play for the offense. DJ Shimoniak has called something with his offensive coordinator. Let's see what the Blue Devils do here with 3rd and short. Man in motion. Benzinger going to give it to Vanderveer. He's got a blocker. Makes one man miss, but then goes nowhere with a host of white jerseys to wrap him up. So that's going to bring up a 4th and short. Ball is on the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and I was hoping we'd get that first down on the ground to kind of keep that momentum going, because we struggled a lot last week to get even a first down. So if we could have got that first down and started to build on that, we'd have been in great shape. But, yeah, it looks like they're going to go ahead and – oh, no, they're going to go for it.
No, they've got
there he is.
Connor Byram is in to punt it away. So Coach Shimoniak says, let's punt it away and live for another day. So Connor Byram, the freshman, comes out to punt it away. He's had some good booming kicks. He gets off a low driving one. It's going to take a hop, a second hop, a Blue Devil bounce, and the Blue Devils will down it at about the 24-yard line.
So if you're looking at your roster or online or whatever, I don't know why this happens every week. Connor now has had, this is the 4th number I've seen him in, right? So he's 63 on the roster, but he is 59 on the field, just so you know.
Absolutely. I think he started the season with like a number in the 80s.
Yes, yeah, he did. And so now it's 53, then 63, and now it's 59.
So the Northmen come out on offense. Blue Devils unable to capitalize and get a first down, but the Blue Devil defense has been the stars of the game so far. Let's see how they do in this second series. Vining's going to get the ball. He's going to go around the corner. He's got one man to beat. He's going to get run out of bounds by number 22 tonight, Brady Pretzlaff.
Yeah, they did a good job with the fake because most of the defense was on Vining there in the backfield, and on the quarterback in the backfield there. And then Vining was running to the outside, but fortunately Brady Pretzlaff, caught onto that, read it, and then chased him out of bounds.
Usually Brady's wearing number 44, but tonight Brady's wearing number 22.
Yep, he's half that this week. He'll double back up for next week, I assume.
So with 3:33 to go, opening quarter, we're scoreless. Petoskey has the ball. They're 2nd and 8 in their drive. Let's see what happens here. Wargle's going to throw it. He's got a completion there, got a block on it, seals off the defense, picks up a few yards on that. Going to bring up a 3rd and manageable for Petoskey now.
Gabe Thompson was the tackler on that one, coming from his defensive back position. Yeah, and you're right. It's a short yardage for the first down, but the Blue Devil defense did show that they can hold their own, in short yardage situations. So hopefully they're paying attention and not let the quarterback run up the middle.
Right. So Wargle found Cisco, completed it. Cisco had a nice block from Trevor Swiss that allowed him to get within 2 yards of a first down. So it's 3rd and 2. Let's see what Petoskey does here. They keep it on the ground, go up the middle.
Down.
Quarterback slips, and he's going to lose yardage on that. Going to bring up a 4th down now and about maybe 4.
Yeah, we're down in, 6 yards to go, 5 yards to go?
Yeah, he lost a couple of more on that, so let's call it 4th and 6.
And so I don't know what they got that over there at the scoreboard. But anyway, it's going to give the Blue Devils an opportunity to return it because they're going to go ahead and punt the ball away. Looks like Stradling is back to receive. Stradling.
Loudon Stradling, the lone Blue Devil, back to receive the punt. It goes off. It's a driving punt. Going to take a hop. He's going to stay away from it. It's going to roll out of bounds at the 29. Yes. Poison, poison, poison. Get away from it.
Yep, leave it alone. Fire, fire, poison, poison, snake, whatever. Whatever it is you're afraid of, spider, spider. Get away from the ball.
So the Blue Devils will come back out on offense. Let's see what they can do about putting together a nice sustained drive. The coach would love to see that. Defense playing well so far early in this ball game. 2:07 to go. We're scoreless here in this opening quarter.
Not any real passing going on so far, so I don't know if that means they have some weapons they're hoping to bring out later on, or if they just don't have the weapons available.
You're talking about
either Gaylord or Petoskey.
Well, we haven't seen much of a passing game on the Gaylord side this season at all.
No, and I know their philosophy is, keep it on the ground and control the clock.
It's a ground-pounding game for
absolutely.
sure. All right, now they're going back to something more traditional. Single back set. Caleb Ungst over center. He's going to hand it off, pitch it out to Vanderveer. He's got a blocker in front of him, tries to make his way around the corner. One man to beat. He beats that man, tries to tiptoe his way down the sideline before he's run out. After about, let's see where they spot it, I think he's going to have enough for a first down, and that's going to move the chains for the Blue Devils.
Yes. So there we go. We get a first down. That's success starting out this drive. And it was a good, solid run. They put that together pretty well, showing that sort of spread look and getting some blocks.
So Austin needs to run toward the long side of the field. He needs to take up a lot of ground to get to the corner.
Yeah.
And when he's been on the short side of the field, he runs out of room too quickly. So here we go, 1st and 10. Unk's going to pitch it out this time to Gavin Freeman. He's going to try to make his way around, and he's going to get wrapped up for about a 1-yard loss. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 11. He had the speed going.
Yep.
But he had, it doesn't take more than one guy to bring him down, and he was wrapped up.
Yeah, there was no blocking there. It was one-on-one, and he was coming across the line pretty strong. So, like you said, there's not a whole lot there to force Gavin to the ground.
He
but
definitely had some speed going,
absolutely.
but the defender had the angle on him to cut him off.
Yeah, that was just good defense by Petoskey.
So no gain on that one. They're going to say it's 2nd and 10. I think it's a yard loss, so I'm actually going to say it's 2nd and 11 because the ball's behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So here we go. Got a man in motion. Going to hand it off to number 84, who is tonight. We don't know.
It's 34. It's Hush.
Oh, 34. So Riley Hush got it.
Yep.
These numbers are a little harder to read.
They are, yeah. But, they're mixing up the ball carriers right now to kind of keep the defense on their toes, so to speak, but it's not really yielding much fruit so far.
I'll be, we talked about this last week. I wasn't really a fan of the offensive series where they would come out and you would have the tailback would come in motion and then get sideways in the backfield.
Right.
And then basically have no downhill momentum when they went into the line. And we were seeing that. They're not using that tonight. Right. So I'm happy to see that. Who knows? They might break it out a little later, but it just didn't seem to be effective.
No. We're going to go back with that spread look, and I don't know if we're going to toss it back. Oh, we got a timeout.
So it looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here and talk about some of our sponsors tonight. We appreciate their support, like Feeney Ford, your certified Ford headquarters for Northern Michigan. Feeney Ford in Grayling. And Johnson Propane. While the game heats up, Johnson Propane is heating your home. And the Javetsky Agency, Mimic Insurance, ensuring all your educational community's auto, home, and umbrella needs. You can give Neil a call for a quote at 989-731-5060. That's the Mimic Insurance Agency, the Javetsky Agency in Gaylord.
So the Blue Devils call a timeout to kind of get things organized a little bit. It's 22.2 seconds left in the first quarter. It's going quickly. And
opening quarter of the ball game, we're scoreless here. Both teams have had 2 offensive series so far. The Blue Devils in the midst of theirs. They picked up a first down, but still now have a 3rd and 8 to go. You've got to think where they are. They're basically at the 44-yard line. Coach might think about this a 2-play series. If they pick up 4 on this next play, you got to think that they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I agree. They've got some timeouts. I don't know why they would use them right now in the first quarter, but they want to conserve as much time and get as much yardage as possible. But I agree with you. I think if they get it, they go for it.
So it's 3rd and 8, 22 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Ungst all by himself in the backfield. He's going to throw it out, going to get to Freeman. Freeman's got a host of blockers. He's going to pick up about 5 of those yards. And now I think because you cross over midfield, now you can probably, go ahead and go for it on 4th.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I thought that was a great use of Gavin Freeman, right? Because he's got the speed, right? He may not have the size that maybe some of the other guys
Put
have.
2 or 3 blockers out in front of him,
yeah,
and he can make it happen. He picked up 6 on that.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think, is that not the first complete pass for the Blue Devils this season? Maybe they've had one other one?
They might have had one other one, but it's not memorable enough to talk about. So, yes, I'm going to say that's at least one so far.
So we're at the end of the first quarter. After 1, our score here at Gaylord Community Field. The Gaylord Blue Devils 0, Petoskey 0. You're listening to Eagle 101.5.
Your Gaylord 7-Eleven is the perfect place to grab something cool when you're on the go. Quench your thirst with an ice cold Slurpee or Big Gulp. And of course, there's always freshly brewed coffee 24/7. 7-Eleven is there for you, plus just about anything else you might need in a pinch, including snacks, Grocery items and even lottery tickets if you feel a winning streak coming on. Open 24 hours a day. They put the convenience in convenience store. Your neighborhood 7-Eleven on North Center Avenue in Gaylord.
You're listening to Blue Devil Football on Eagle 101.5.
Brian Hollenbaugh along with Dave Boswood. Beautiful Friday night here at Gaylord Community Stadium for a little high school football action between the Gaylord Blue Devils and Petoskey North Bend. Our score here through 1 is 0-0. It's Valor Night here in Gaylord. So the Blue Devils have got camouflage jerseys on as they have done a salute to veterans and first responders from across the Otsego County community.
Yeah, Valor Night, red, white, and blue night, whatever. It's a Patriot night for sure. And, of course, we're here supporting all of the first responders, the military, and the law enforcement community.
So the Blue Devils have a 4th and 2. Here they go. They're going to punt it away.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. They brought Connor Byram out, and he decided to punt it away. Blue Devils are going to drive Petoskey all the way back down to their own 7-yard line, and that's where they'll come on offense. So that was a conservative call.
It was.
But maybe the coach feels like, you know what? We're playing well on defense.
Yep.
So he trusts his defense.
Yep.
The offense is going to get the ball again.
Yep.
And he's thinking that, hey, this might be one of those games where nobody scores above 10.
Well, and I think it gives them a few minutes to kind of sort out what's working and what's not working and, devise a better plan for the next series, right? Great punt by Byram there to put them back on the 7-yard line. They're going to start deep in their own, and this is going to be good for the defense.
So Wargle and Vining in the backfield for Petoskey. Shotgun formation, man in motion right now. Wargle's going to keep it himself, tuck it in, see if he can get himself off that goal line. Gains about 2 on the carry. Not a whole lot, but it gives him a little more breathing room.
Yeah. So you got Hush in there, Abraham in there, and, of course, our main man, number 28 tonight, Austin Vanderveer. So good stop.
So it brings it up to, he got a yard on that, so it's 2nd and 9, balls on the 8-yard line. Great opportunity here for the Blue Devil defense to shut them down here or maybe even force a turnover, although I think Petoskey's probably going to keep it on the ground.
We do have one safety from this distance this year, by the way, against Saginaw.
Against Saginaw, yes, indeed. Man in motion. Wargle's going to keep it himself. Again, trying to find a hole. He does find a hole. Ball's on the ground.
Recovered by
Blue Devils
Gaylord.
think they have it, and they do. And just like that, a defensive turnover gives the Blue Devils the ball in the red zone.
Yeah. So that's kind of the break that you want, and why not let the defense do some work, right? So, yeah, that was Riley Hush coming up with that ball. I did not, unfortunately, see who knocked the ball out. It could have been Riley. It could have been Abraham was right next to him. And what I really liked about that is Hush recovers the ball, and then, Abraham or Gotra, one of the two, covered up Hush to protect him so that no one else could get in there and steal that ball back out.
So it's
Great work.
1st and 10, ball on the 13-yard line now. Blue Devils have a golden opportunity. 3 backs in the backfield. Ungst over center. He's going to hand it off, to Vanderveer. He's got a blocker. He's got a hole. He works his way up to about the 5-yard line before he's brought down.
Got a little scrap. There it is. Dang it. I sure hope that's going to go against Petoskey because there was a little battle going on between number 77, which is Connor Colano here for Gaylord. He was getting a little roughed up by the Petoskey guy. Unfortunately, when he got up, he pushed back against him, and that, unfortunately, I think is what they saw.
Well, and that's usually what happens. Second man is the one who gets caught.
And it overshadows that great run by Vanderveer, who puts him back, at the 6-yard line.
And if it is against the Blue Devils, and it is, they are marching themselves back. Again, we've talked about this since the very first game. They get a good series going, and then you get a penalty that negates something. So are they offsetting?
They're offsetting. Okay.
So Gaylord is now coming back up to the line.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at that. I didn't see that initially when we saw it. All I saw was the penalty against Gaylord. But, yeah, so they're going to go 2 second down. They're going to keep it a second down. And there we go. So offsetting penalties. But, again, you were right. That was a close call. It could have gone easily.
It could have gone the other way.
Because that's the one that you saw.
So here we go. 2nd and 4, ball on the 7. Blue Devils can get a first down without needing to score a touchdown. So this is prime opportunity. Hand it off. Vanderveer finds a hole. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet. Does he get into the end zone? He does. Austin Vanderveer. Austin Vanderveer with a 7-yard touchdown run puts the Blue Devils on the board first.
Okay, I got to give a little bit of love there to the line because they did a nice job. Trent Gopinski, who's wearing number 70 tonight, was just driving that block forward and forward and forward and maintained that all the way through. So great job by Trent. And then Vanderveer was able to just kind of ride that around to the outside, and a lot of second effort by Austin for that touchdown.
So Connor Byram comes in for the point after attempt. It goes up. It goes through. And our score, with 10:27 to go in this second quarter, the Gaylord Blue Devils strike first. Our score 7-0 here at Gaylord Community Field. You're listening to Eagle 101.5.
Want to pay less for gas and earn rewards at the same time?
Visit marathonsmakeitcount.com and sign up today or download the phone app. You'll save 5 cents per gallon and earn points that can earn you up to 50 cents off per gallon. There are also many ways to save and earn at your local S&K food stores. You can grab many of your favorite snacks, cold beverages, and essentials while you fill up and save at the Marathon S&K food stores. And make it count, your best place to hit the road.
You're listening to Blue Devil Football on Eagle 101.5.
10:27 to go in this second quarter, and the Blue Devils take advantage of a fumble recovery deep in Northman territory. Austin Vanderveer drives it in from 7 yards out and scores. 7-0 Blue Devils as they about to kick off, going from the left to the right on your radio dial. Nice driving kick by Byram. It's going to get returned, though. Number 23, Tate Dom, is going to keep it, run across the 20. Things starting to get a little chippy out there between these two teams.
And that happens from time to time. Number 53, Lane Thompson on the tackle. And we did see that earlier, in that last defensive play. But they have to maintain and control their emotions. It's tough to do in a rivalry game like this, but they have to because that could have been really bad and not ended up in a touchdown for the Blue Devils.
All right, so the Blue Devils showing good defense tonight. They're back out on defense.
Guys up front are working hard.
So Petoskey comes out. Wergel's going to hand it off to Vining. He's going to make his way around. He's got a huge hole and a huge gain. He crosses the 40-yard line, brought down at about the 41-yard line. Big pickup there. By the way, got a couple of score updates for you. Gaylord St. Mary is up 24-0. Johannesburg Lewiston is up 12-0 over Mansalona with 1:39 to go in the first quarter. That game is being broadcast on Eagle 101.5.
Yeah, Joburg being up against Mansalona is a big deal. Mansalona's got a pretty good team. They're pretty big this year, so that'll be great for the Birds, for the Cardinals, or the other Birds.
So it's a 1st and 10 ball on the 40-yard line. That's where they spot it. They're going to give it to Vining again. Nope, Wergel's going to pass it out. Screen pass, complete. Picks up about 4 on it. Just a nice little pitch and catch there to Aaron Cisco.
22, Pretzloff chased him down and was able to secure that tackle.
So a little sense of urgency here from the Northmen now, starting to move the ball on both the ground and in the air, not afraid to take some chances there.
There's a sense of confidence on the part of the Blue Devils, right? Their defense has done a nice job thus far.
Absolutely. So it's 2nd and 6, ball on the 44-yard line. Blue Devil defense has been a bend-don't-break defense tonight. Wergel's going to get the snap, hand it off to Vining. Vining's going to get wrapped up there. 2 Blue Devils right on him.
Pretzloff and
Austin Vanderveer. Yes,
sir. Well, they should be confident. I mean, they played a heck of a team last week. They came out pretty clean. They got beat, handily, but that does something for your confidence. You're going to come out here tonight and play against Petoskey, and you're like, you know what? These guys are not hitting nearly as hard as what we had last week.
Says a lot about the character of a team, too, when you can get absolutely punched in the mouth last week, and then you come back and you're ready to lay it on to somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely. And they did. They took it on the chin pretty good. But tonight, now I will say this again about last week's game. They never got sluggish or down. They weren't, oh man, defeated kind of thing. They were out there playing some football as best they could against a really, really good team. And so that's translating well to this game tonight so far.
Absolutely. We'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Jets Pizza, Detroit-style pizza. It's better because it has to be. Jets Pizza on Main Street in Gaylord. And Hickerson Floor and Tile House. You can let Hickerson Floor and Tile in Gaylord assist in the planning of your home interior project. Located on M32 just west of Gaylord. I was in there just yesterday The wife wants to redo the master bathroom, Dave.
Nice. Nice.
So here we go. 3rd and 9 with 8:50 to go before the half.
Looking at the coach's video over here. That's a pretty nice system they got working.
All right, here we go. They're going to hand it off to Vining. Vining's going to try to make his way around the corner. He does. He's got a first down and more. They completely sealed off the outside. Vining had a nice lane to run. He makes the chains move and keeps the drive alive for the Petoskey Northmen.
Yeah, the defense wasn't ready for that. They got blocked really, really well. A couple of them were looking for that flag. It wasn't there. Clean blocks all the way, and they sealed it off nicely, created a nice little lane for Vining to run around.
So they're in Blue Devil territory. Ball just outside the 40-yard line. New set of downs for Petoskey. Wargle in at quarterback. He's got a man in motion. Sets on the left side. He's going to hand it off to Vining again, right up the middle, and he's going to get wrapped up. Number 53 for the Blue Devils, his first on it. Lane Thompson on the tackle.
Yeah, nice job.
They're going to call it offside.
Well, offside or movement, I don't, illegal shit, something.
I don't know.
But it was after the. I don't know that I've seen that. Well, maybe I have, but I don't recall. But that was.
So it's going to be against Petoskey. They're going to back it up. I don't know. That was quite the delayed call, I guess.
From the spot of the foul.
Well, yeah, I guess they had to turn around and have a conversation about it.
Well, whatever. So advantage Gaylord.
So it's going to bring down a long 3rd down.
Now they moved it back to 2nd down. So on the box across there, the official marker there. So it's 2nd down.
Well, it's 13 yards to go for a first down. I'll tell you that, regardless of what the scoreboard says.
It might change. Okay, no, we're good. We're good.
So it's 2nd and 13 now for Petoskey. Wargle's got a man in motion. Going to do the jet sweep. Back's going to way out. Gets behind his own teammate and gets wrapped up by the Blue Devil defense.
Number 22, Pretzloff, read that. He was very exciting. So now here we go. Kickoff team is going out on the field. The Northmen are setting up to receive the ball. A couple guys deep back there. And, of course, Connor Byram is going to kick off. And I have a feeling he's going to kick this ball a long way because he's going to be pretty well pumped up by scoring those points as a freshman on a varsity team. So we're looking forward to a really good kick, and I'm saying no return. Kickoff team is set. They're down in a sprinter stance. Byram is stepping back, counting off his steps, getting in position to kick the ball off. Northmen are stretching now, poised for a return. And here goes Byram. Kicks the ball away. It's going deep. It is going to be returned. The ball is caught around the 13-yard line. He's got some good distance. There's a flag on the far side and a good return all the way out to the 48-yard line. So we'll see what the flag is. He tossed it as soon as he crossed the 32-yard line there. So we'll take a look and see what the referee saw that we didn't see up here in the booth. Okay, they're marking the penalty. They're talking to the captain there for the Blue Devils, so it's going to go against Petoskey. It's going to go back, so that's going to set up a little bit better field position for the Blue Devils to defend. Blue Devils defense is out on the field. We've got some of the regulars out there. Of course, Connor Abraham, 51, Pretzloff, number 22 over here in his outside position, kind of that defensive end look. The Northmen come to the line. They're spreading 2 out to the left. They got 2 in the backfield and in kind of an offset wing back there. So the ball is away, hands off, and he's going up the middle. The defense does a nice job, but a modest gain by the Petoskey Northmen. There's a little bit of a scrum in the middle down there on the bottom of that pile. 2 Blue Devils, 26 and 51. So that's Gotro, number 26.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5.
7:15 left in the fourth quarter. 10-7 Blue Devils.
This is when you need an IT guy. You're in the middle of a game, and all of a sudden you're playing IT guy.
Yeah, no fun.
So this time, Vining's going to go up the middle. He's going to gain about 4 on that. Under 2 minutes to go, and the ball on the 34-yard line.
But I don't see.
You've been in this situation a few times
yes.
with Petoskey, where Gaylord has had the ball game in its hands, and then something happens late in the ball game, and the Northmen come away with a win. What is up with that?
Yeah, it's a challenge because it's not just a rivalry for the players; it's a rivalry for the coaching staff too. And they're going to go for it, Brian. They've got the offense on the field, and they're doing it.
Or do you do this to draw them offside?
Well, you go for the hard count. Why not? It worked a little bit before. So don't jump, don't jump, don't jump.
4th and 2, ball on the 34. Gaylord going for it. See, there he go. Now he steps back.
Yep.
And they call the timeout. So they went out there looking to do the hard count to see if you could draw Petoskey offside. Didn't happen. Call the timeout.
Yep.
Now you go back and now you bring it out and you punt it away.
Yeah, I agree. I think you need to get some distance between that end zone that you're defending and the ball, right? So send it down there as far as you can.
You certainly don't want to give it 10 yards away from a field goal that sends us into overtime.
Nope, I totally agree. But, and I see it looks like Connor's out there now, so they're going to punt the ball unless now, I don't know. We haven't seen it yet. I don't know if there's any trickery in the bag of tricks over there. Do you look at a fake punt and get that yard?
How disciplined is your team?
We'll find out. But I just they're taking some time here if you're just going to call a punt.
Here's what I think. I think Petoskey's got a pretty disciplined defense.
Yep.
And I think their coach is saying, watch for the fake punt. See, they're not even sending. Okay, so
they're going for it.
Gaylord is going to go for it.
Wow.
And they do. They hand it off to Vanderveer.
Got it.
He cuts his way in. Does he get it?
Yep,
Pushing. Looks like he's got the first down.
Yep, he's got it.
Gutsy call.
Incredibly gutsy call. I still think that the conservative right move was to kick that ball. But you know what? Now you've just demonstrated to your kids that you have confidence in their ability. And you know what they did? They demonstrated that they have faith in their head coach.
Well done, Coach DJ Shimoniak. Gutsy call. Keeps the drive alive. 1:29 to go.
Wow.
Still not out of trouble yet.
No, you still need to get another first down, right? You need to get a couple big plays, and you need to protect that ball.
Well, how many timeouts does Petoskey have?
2.
Okay, so they have 2 left. Yes, they do. They have 2 timeouts left, and they got to probably, after this play, start thinking about calling them.
Mm-hmm.
Unk's going to hand it off to Vanderveer. He's going to go right up the middle, gain maybe a yard on that, but the clock continues to go, and now Petoskey takes the first of 2 timeouts with 1:02 to go.
Yeah, and of course, they're strategizing. They're trying to show up the defense. They're going to try and and stymie number 28. And keep him from getting any more yards, which they did there. That wasn't a great run, right? So he got a couple. He got maybe 1 yard. What do they got him marked over there? Yeah. So they're showing 2nd down and 9.
So, by the way, enjoy stress-free car shopping, auto financing, and service at Smith Camp Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Gaylord. Also, we'd like to thank our friends at Johnson Propane. While the game heats up, Johnson Propane is heating your home. 1:02 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. Blue Devils still in their own territory. 2nd down.
I think it's interesting. The energy between these two teams is pretty intense. We've seen more players tonight get banged up and limp off the field than we did last week against Traverse City Central.
But you know what we haven't seen a ton of? Yellow flags.
No, which I think is great. That is really good.
So they're improving as a disciplined team.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of mistakes, early on, but they've really pulled it together on the discipline.
Yep.
So that's a huge improvement for these Gaylord Blue Devils.
Well, and I think, again, in the Lake Fenton game, there was a ton of penalties, and I think it was a young team not really quite meshed together there, and I think that should have been a win. But anyway, here we go.
1:02 to go. 2nd and 9 for Gaylord. They're going to hand it off. Gotro right up the middle. Petoskey will call their final timeout of the ball game with 56 seconds to go. So, again, this is what you would expect, but now Petoskey can't stop the clock after this. No. It's 3rd and 9. So,
no, it's 3rd and 7. They haven't changed that over there. There's no way that's 9.
He picked up a couple. So 3rd and 7. You're not worried about the first down. You're worried about how much time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take a look at this, you've got potentially 2 plays.
Mm-hmm.
So you could go 3rd down and 4th down. How much time left on the clock?
10 seconds, 8 seconds. I mean, it depends, right? Now, if they're using the clock wisely, you could push this all the way and end up with only about 6 seconds left on the clock.
So if you turn around.
But they have to manage it well.
it would have to be something like a jet sweep.
Yep.
Okay. To where it takes a little bit longer to develop, potentially run a few seconds off the clock during the play itself.
Yes, and then you could wipe it all the way out.
Then you could.
Yeah.
So that's kind of probably they're having this conversation. 3rd and 7. What are our 2 plays?
Yes.
Get a first down, the ball game's over.
Sure,
okay?
sure.
But let's say you're not going to get that first down. You got a 3rd and 7 right now, ball on your own 39.
Yeah.
So here we go.
They got Freeman in the backfield, so they're going to try and stretch it to the far side, like you were just talking about. At least I think that's Freeman.
Use
that
Gavin's
Benzinger?
speed
Yeah,
on
Gavin.
it. So you've got triple back, power set. They're going to put Freeman right up the middle.
Oh, they do too.
And he does go up the middle.
Yeah.
Comes about 3 yards shy of that first down, so maybe 4 yards on it. Northmen cannot stop the clock. 4th and 7. Well, they haven't moved it yet, so it's 4th and about 3, maybe 4.
Do you take the delay of game?
Yeah, but it stops the clock.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think this is where it gets close, right? You've got to be watching this back judge back here at his countdown, right? You got to be ready to snap that ball, otherwise you're going to get that delay of game, and we've seen him do that a few times, right? Because this is clock management, and you have to be right down to the wire, snap the ball. And I think that was a good play. That was a good run by Freeman up the middle.
So here we go, down to 12 seconds.
Colano comes off, and now there's a whistle.
Delay of game?
No, not yet. There's a flag in the backfield over there, from the guy who usually counts it down. Because I saw 77 was coming off the field.
Too many men in the huddle?
No, not yet.
They're going to back it up.
They are.
So it is going to be a delay of game.
Yeah, it is.
So it's going to back it up. You got 9 seconds to go.
11 seconds on the clock.
11 seconds on the clock. So, okay.
Yeah, so they ran it down further than the whistle. So they're going to put 11 on the clock. You want to holler at them? Yeah, but they're not doing it yet.
11 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
So if the Blue Devils can hold on.
11 on the clock. Yep. 11 seconds.
So it's 4th and 9. Ball on the 37, 11 seconds to go. If the Blue Devils can hold on here, they will give Petoskey their first loss of this season while improving themselves to 2-2 on the year.
Which will be a great confidence booster considering who they have left to play.
All right, so Byram's going to punt it down. The best punt of the night he does. He sends it off to the quarterback who's going to fair catch it. Going to leave 6 seconds to go now. So the quarterback for Petoskey, Wargle, was back there. He fair caught it, but it still chewed up 3. Well, actually, the clock is. Did they ever reset it back to 11?
Yeah, they went to 11. Yeah,
so it is
11.
a legitimate 6.2 seconds left on there. So Petoskey's got enough time for essentially one play.
Yep.
So one play, but you got to be careful because they've got speed in Vining.
They do.
If they could send Vining out and he crosses over the middle and he connects, he could be gone.
Well,
so you got to play center field out there.
Yeah. You're going to play, or you should play nothing deep, right? Everybody back. You're not going to let anything get deep because they're going to try and toss it downfield. And even if they run it, you just have to have good pursuit by the defense. So here we go.
Final ball. Final play of the ball game. Wargle's going to run out to his left.
And down he goes.
And just like that, the Gaylord Blue Devils have won their second game of the season, giving Petoskey their first defeat of the season. Our final score here, Gaylord 10, Petoskey 7, and the rivalry game and the Valor game is in the books. Great job for the Gaylord Blue Devils. We'll have some final thoughts here at Gaylord Community Field. You're listening to Eagle 101.5. In fact, we'll just keep it right here, Dave.
Yeah.
And we'll just go ahead and say thanks to some of our sponsors. And we'll talk a little bit about that. And we'll also talk about who we think a player of the game is going to be tonight. Any ideas?
Well, tonight it's kind of tough, honestly. They mixed it up really well. They bounced it around a little bit. And you could easily give it to, Van de Veer. You could give it even to Caleb for managing it really well. You could give it to Pretzloff for that big play. But honestly, I think I want to go a little bit on the inside there because I think Braden Gotro, kind of an unsung hero up front with those lead blocks that he had from that fullback position, right? he was out there on every play, offense, and he played on defense too. He did a nice job defensively, made a bunch of tackles, was grinding it up in there. Or even Riley Hush, for crying out loud, because he had that fumble recovery.
One, Dave. Pick one, Dave.
I'm thinking it's Braden Gotro, because I think he all around tonight did everything that he needed to do to allow his running backs to get downfield, and defensively he did a nice job, because he was in on that play as well.
And there you have it, Dave. Braden Gotro, your player of the game tonight. Our final score, 10-7. This is always a scary endeavor with equipment. As we head to Cadillac.
Yeah.
So the Gaylord Blue Devils will come into that game facing the Vikings next week with a 2-2 record.
Hey.
Cadillac playing tonight. They're still undefeated heading in tonight, but we'll see what happens there. But it's a good night for Blue Devils fans here.
Yeah.
And we thank you so much for tuning in. For Dave Boswood, I'm Brian Hollenbaugh. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Again, our final score, the Gaylord Blue Devils, 10,